Simulated here. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you are new here. Today we're going ahead and doing a kind of quick speed build video. I created this build for a family in particular, and you have already seen this build in game if you watch the Island Living LP. Basically what I did was I created this house to sort of be like an off-the-grid beach open air house for part of our Island Living LP household. So if you haven't watched that series, it did end quite a while ago. I sort of filmed this right before filming the final part. Essentially, this house is for Kalani and her partner, Kane, and their little boy. I actually forget their son's name at the moment. I've had like a complete mental blank. But anyway, they have a little son as well, and he's just a little toddlerini. And I basically built them this house because it is completely off the grid. This kid is going to live his life off the grid 100% since whenever he can remember. He's like 2 right now. So yeah, I thought it would be a really great house for them because they both work in the conservationist career. So it sort of makes sense that they would be into conservation and not using very much electricity and stuff like that. So what I went ahead and did was I just created, this was originally like a beach, right? The little deck part was just for like a bit of seating. There was some lounger chairs and a barbecue, and that was sort of it. But what I went ahead and did was just change it up a little bit so that there is a second level and so that there is a bit more of like a residential feel to it. Also, how cute are these new doors? Excuse me for like 20 seconds, even though it's sped up, while I just sit here and stare at these doors because I was taking a picture for Twitter. That can tell you how long ago I filmed this video because I went ahead and sat here, posted a tweet, and then tweeted it, and it's been like months since then. I feel like literally these doors came with the pack where we got the Muslim creator sim content and all that stuff, and I didn't notice it, so I had to tweet about it. As you can see, it took me a while to do so. Oh my goodness, should I cut this out? No, okay, there we go. Anyway, sorry about the delay. But yeah. It was quite a quick build because it was more of like a renovation plus build kind of thing. I basically was just trying to make them a really, really comfortable house. I don't think they will have any more children. Honestly, I think they're just going to have the one and they're just going to live here sort of for the rest of their lives. It's a really cute house. I had a lot of fun playing around with the stairs. And honestly, I'm going to be real with you guys. I think you already know this based on all the builds I did around the time of the release of Island Living, but Island Living and just Solani in general is like my favorite place to build. I love building the houses that like go out over the water. I just think it's such a creative way to build because we never had this before, like the stilted foundation, the different types of the open air windows and doors, the columns, the fences, everything is just so gorgeous. So I had a lot of fun creating this build. And it started off as I was just trying to make the house look like operational from the outside because I was just filming a final part, like a finale, and then just like a montage video which involved these guys getting married. But other than that, that was like all I was using this house for. I never really even played in it. So there wasn't much point in me really decking this place out, but I did anyway. And I had a lot of fun with the build. I hadn't actually made a completely off-the-grid build since Island Living came out. It was something I always wanted to do, but never really got around to because I think around the time that I sort of came off my building frenzy was the time when I really started up the Island Living LP, so I was more concentrated on the gameplay rather than the building. But yeah, I found it really, really fun to do this bright orange build on the blue sea, and they have like a little balcony, and it's just really, really cute. I was like kind of worried about the spacing. Obviously, upstairs we just have like a landing area, then we have a bathroom, and then, don't mind my reshade, just like freezing my game for a moment. We obviously have the landing area, which is like open air. It's open to the sea down below, and then we have the bathroom in the center. To the right, we have the parents' bedroom, and then to the left, we have the child's bedroom. And down below, there sort of is like a semi-closed-in area. It's obviously got one whole wall that's pretty much missing. But that area there is intended to be like the living area. I imagine that's where, like, if there's ever a storm or anything, that room they could like close off somehow, like board it up and bring all the outdoor furniture into there so it doesn't like blow away or something. And yeah, I just love sort of thinking about things like that. when I create builds like this in Solani, because obviously they do have monsoons and stuff like that. So yeah, under there it's sort of just a little area where they can sit and get out of the sun. But I imagine they do all of their cooking on the like barbecue grill there, and I don't remember if I installed it, but I definitely should have. Oh yeah, like a campfire. Like they could do roasting and do like the island living palm leaf thing, and like yeah, use the barbecue, use the grill. Obviously that's like gas instead. And then they've got their dining table out there where they could sit. That's where the child could do his homework eventually. Like imagine sitting out on like the deck over the top of the water in the beautiful islands of Solani and doing your homework. Like, oh my goodness, that would just make homework 10 times more easy. This is when I decided I wanted to do off the grid. So I went ahead and got rid of all the lights I'd put in, and I'm just starting to make sure everything fits the off the grid categories. Obviously, a lot of this plumbing stuff doesn't really make sense to be off the grid, but you need a toilet and a shower, so I just went with it. I mostly used candles and different types of lights that came with a lot of like outdoor, like backyard stuff. And I also went ahead and gave them like a outdoor washing line and like the washing bucket, which I think is so cute because the toddler can actually play in it, which I never knew. And yeah, for entertainment, I imagine they swim, build sandcastles, like just play games together and just sort of like really enjoy nature. And yeah, I just think it's super duper cute. Obviously, they've got a lot of land where they could eventually get like a swing set and like play equipment for the child once he grows up. But I just think this lot is so cute. I'm just making sure there's enough lighting. Obviously, it's probably the kind of family where they sort of would wake up when the sun rises and spend their day outside, and then, you know, come back home, cook dinner, shower, and go to bed once the sun has gone down kind of thing, which I imagine is pretty late in Solani anyway, because obviously they're an island and whatnot. So I imagine they're all going to bed kind of early and waking up kind of early, because obviously if they want to stay awake when it's dark, they have to like go around and light all the candles, which would just be so annoying. But yeah, I had a lot of fun making this bathroom really cluttered, like putting a lot of storage and stuff in there that I wouldn't usually do, because I imagine with them living like out on the island, they would have to stock up on stuff like toilet paper and just like toiletries and stuff like that. They would probably go to like the general store once a month or so and then just like stock up, because they are sort of off the grid, so they don't love going into town. Like obviously they'd have to walk or they could cycle now that we have Discover University bikes. But yeah, they sort of probably just like stock up and then live off the land. And like I imagine eventually Kalani and Kang would probably make their own like garden and grow their own food and stuff like that. But yeah, I had a lot of fun making an off the grid house. I found that Roma Magic stuff really paired well with the wood tones from this pack. And yeah, I really loved making the little boy's room. I did kind of make it a lot more feminine, because I just sort of saw that from him. Like obviously Kane and Kiki, and like they growing up, if you don't know, Kiki is Kane's cousin. They lived together and they always shared a room. So he never really had like strict like this is a boy's bedroom and this is a girl's bedroom, because he always shared his bedroom with his female cousin. So it was always sort of just very gender neutral. And Kalani obviously grew up in the ocean. She's a mermaid, so they just sort of have lots of pinks and purples and blues around, like a lot of really calming, cool tones. They don't really care about like gender roles or anything like that, which I thought was super duper cute. And yeah, I'm thinking about, well, I don't know when this is going up. I obviously did this build a long time ago and it's sort of irrelevant, but I'm thinking of who I'm going to be using for my Discover University LP. Like I'm thinking of using a couple different kids from different LPs in the past. And I'm sort of thinking like, should I use one of the kids from the Island Living LP? Because if you didn't know, Malik and his partner went ahead and adopted a couple of kids. And I'm like, should I use like the adopted daughter? Like, I don't know. But I'm probably going to run some polls on Twitter. If I haven't already started that LP, then you obviously already know. But yeah, I just found this build really, really cute and wholesome, just to really go back to the basics and understand that you don't need all the technology stuff to get by. I just thought this house was super duper cute. If you want to download it off the gallery, my ID is Bree Simulated, or search by the hashtag Bree Simulated. Until next time, I hope you have a very snazzy day, and I'll see you all soon. Bye guys!